Hey guys, this is Brian with the Seat Shop. Today we're going to be working on a Honda S2000 seat. This is a 2000 model. In this video, I'm going to show you how to strip the seat down, pulling all the leather and everything off so we can get ready to kind of rework some of the foam and then reinstall the new seat covers. So here at the Seat Shop, what we do is we manufacture factory match covers. So if you've got an S2000, you want to keep your interior original, but your seat covers are worn out. The kit that we're going to manufacture is going to match with the original, so you can replace and reskin all the seats with new factory covers, not slip over, pull on type covers, new factory original style covers. So this video is going to show you how to strip your seat down and reupholster everything back up from scratch. So this seat's pretty easy to take apart. There's not too many tools and stuff you need to with it to take it apart. I got a Phillips head on the impact here. I got a 15 millimeter socket, actually a 14 millimeter socket and a 12 millimeter socket. Pair of snips. I got some needle nose pliers and a pry tool here. So that should be everything we need to take this apart. We'll go ahead and start tearing this thing down. First thing, having the seat out of the car. Then we're going to start by pulling some of the plastic paneling off the side, and then we're going to separate the seat top from bottom and everything. First, we're going to start with the seat belt lead here. Just Phillips screws. Here, we get a couple screws on the side. Okay, now on this side panel, there's a handle right here, and this handle is kind of molded on. There's not a screw or anything that pulls it off. So this will push off, just pushing it forward. There's a little catch on the inside of it that kind of catches on the inside of this kind of rubber piece. So if you kind of have some downward pressure on it while pushing forward, this sucker will come off. There we go. I'll slide this thing off now. And you can see right here where there's that little catch is right there. That's what's holding this thing on. So pushing down on it helps kind of give it a little clearance for that thing to pull off. And then when you're done with it, this thing will just slide right back on. Set those to the side. All right, next we're gonna remove the seat, or separate the seat bottom from the top, which we're gonna need our 15 millimeter for this side. We've got these two bolts right here we're going to do. The other side is going to be our 12 millimeter. Okay. Now this side here will pry apart. The bolt undone. This is free here. We'll take the pry tool and kind of help pry that little piece apart there. There we go. Got it. Okay, set these aside. Now, on our seat top, there's a couple other plastic trim pieces that are going to be on the back here. So this is all plastic. So this is the other side here I've got taken apart. So you can kind of see, these are the clips that are holding on. Just these push tabs that'll pop in and just snap into the frame. Same thing with this. They overlap over some of the same holes. So we're going to go up underneath there with our pry tool and start popping those off. Okay, there's that. A couple more Phillips screws. One of the biggest things is just knowing how it's attached, so you know which way just keep applying pressure, or is there a screw in the way that's holding it on. So, you know, those just pop off. So just work your way around there with a flathead or a pry tool and you'll be good. All right, here's it. All right, now these covers are held on with hog rings. So you're gonna need a set of snips to get all these off. You start at the back, you can see right here, there's a couple hog rings that are holding on to the foam. We're just gonna snip these off. Let's free all these Velcro around here. So we'll undo the Velcro. Stuff that through. Okay, now we're gonna work from the bottom up. So the bottom, there's gonna be some clips across the bottom here that lock to each other. This thing will probably just roll backwards out of place. Let's just see here. Okay, so that's free. So you can see on this one, there's just a little plastic rim that's sewn in to the cover right here. And then the other side has the J-clip here that's got a big groove channel in it here. So this rolls over the top. Like it will roll around and then push up into this channel. That's what locks it in. So we'll get those separated off. Okay, now let's go through from this side. We're going to see how these are attached. I think they're going to be hog ringed. Yep. So you can see here there's a series of hog rings there, all the way up both sides here. So we're going to go through and we're going to cut those rings off. That side. Okay, now those are cut, we're going to start pulling our cover up off. We got a little bit of Velcro, so these seams here that run diagonal, there's Velcro underneath them. So you're going to stick your hand up underneath, separate the Velcro there. Sometimes the Velcro can rip off of the foam if it comes all off on one chunk. Not a big deal, just get some spray adhesive, spray the foam down with the adhesive, stick the loop part of the Velcro back onto the foam, let it set up real good before you put the new cover on it. All right, there's our old cover. Now, the centerpiece here has some foam in it too, and so, because it's kind of a little separate piece that's hooked on, so this will need to come off as well. So okay, this got hog rings as well. Once that's flipped back, we'll go through and we're going to cut all these rings off, so this foam piece here will come separate, will separate off. Okay. Before you put the new covers on, you want to go through and pick out all the little hog ring shards that are left in there, just to make sure that, you know, one doesn't work itself loose and, you know, be floating around on the inside of your cover. So make sure you got all those out. Okay, now let's see what's holding the front end. Okay, we got a couple hog rings on the front also. Right here. Okay. Okay. All right, that's the top cover. Set it aside and we'll start on the bottom here. Here's the foam. Okay, on the bottom, we're going to drop the frame off. So I got, let's see, we got the bolt here, 15 there, and we got a couple underneath. There should be another one on the side here, another one on the front there. So let's grab our 15. Let's see these. All right, those are our 12s underneath and 15s on the side. While we're under here, just go ahead and pull some of these hog rings off. There's a couple of the tabs on the sides here where they've hog ringed the cover onto the bottom part of the seat pan. So let's go ahead and pull those off here. A lot of times, instead of cutting all the way through the hog ring, if you grab it, twist it and roll, it'll all come unpried. And usually it's sometimes a lot easier to get it off out of there. So, because if you snip it, the other half of it still can be hooked on, and it's hard to get to release from the little bar that's holding it. So a lot of times if you can just grab it and twist and pull, it'll come off a whole lot easier in one unit. Then you're not picking out 50 different little pieces of hog ring afterwards. Okay, there's two more here. Okay. All right, now we'll switch over to our 15 mil. Pull these side bolts off. One. Two. All right, and this guy. Oh, we got one more hog ring left. Just holding it on. Okay. There we go. There's those two pieces now. This little guy's holding on. Take our pry tool. Let's pull this guy back out. There we go. All right, we'll set our frame to the side. All right, now we'll start pulling our cover around the foam and see how the front face of it is connected, and cut all those suckers off too. Okay. All right, now with the cover kind of turned inside out here, we're gonna look down and see how they're hooked on. In this case, there's a lot of hog rings on both sections that run front to back, so we'll go through and start cutting those off now. Okay, good on this side. All right, a couple more across the back. Okay, got a couple more in the middle. right, now that cover's free. We'll go through and we'll dig all the hoggering pieces out of the foam. Make sure those are all out. Now, what we're going to do, now that we're down to the foam, we'll need to address the foam issue because the foam's pretty beat down. As you can see, this thing's kind of beat up. Pretty sure that our full replacement foam from the factory is probably going to be discontinued. So I'm going to show you kind of how to rework and build up some of the foam before you put the new covers on. Because you put the new covers on a worn out, beaten down foam, covers aren't going to hold up. They're going to wear out again real bad. So we're going to rebuild some of this stuff. We're going to do a lot of that stuff on the reinstall video. So we're going to pretty much wrap up for the disassemblies, how to take it apart, get the cover sewn up. We're going to show you how to reconstruct the foam, reinstall the covers, so your S2000 will be looking good as new.